Lucas Mendoza had always dreamed of building a tech startup. He had an idea, an AI-driven marketplace for freelancers, and a vision of disrupting the industry. With a few coding tutorials under his belt and a weekend brainstorming session with friends, he was convinced he was on the verge of the next billion-dollar company. Stage 1. The climb to Mount Stupid. Lucas, like many first-time entrepreneurs, found himself at the foot of what he believed was a small hill to success. He built a basic website, read a few business books, and absorbed motivational YouTube videos. Confidence surged through him. Investors would line up, customers would flood in, and he'd soon be featured in Forbes. He even turned down advice from seasoned entrepreneurs, convinced that they were stuck in old ways of thinking. He began networking aggressively, speaking about his AI product as if it were already revolutionary. A few months in, he finally launched his platform. Then reality hit. No users signed up. Investors ghosted him. His AI algorithm was rudimentary at best. The freelancers who did try his platform quickly left, citing usability issues. Yet, Lucas kept pushing, convinced that success was just one pitch deck away. What Lucas didn't realize was that he was on Mount Stupid, where early knowledge breeds overconfidence but lacks the depth to back it up. This stage is dangerous, not because of the confidence itself, but because it blinds people to the reality of their skill gaps. Moving past stage 1, the pre-mortem technique. After yet another failed investor meeting, Lucas's friend and mentor, Jenna, a seasoned entrepreneur, sat him down. "Let's do a pre-mortem," she said. What?" Lucas asked. "Pretend we're 5 years in the future, and your startup has failed. Tell me why it happened." Lucas was reluctant at first, but as he thought about it, answers came. The product wasn't tested properly. He didn't truly understand his customers. His AI wasn't functional. He relied on inspiration rather than validation. This exercise shattered his illusion. For the first time, he acknowledged that success required deeper knowledge and iteration, not just excitement. He stepped off Mount Stupid and into the next phase. Stage 2, the Valley of Despair. Realizing his shortcomings, Lucas committed to learning. He took coding courses, spoke to real freelancers about their pain points, and studied case studies of successful platforms. With each revelation, his confidence dropped. He saw how much he didn't know. Months passed, and doubt crept in. "Maybe I'm not cut out for this," he thought. This was the Valley of Despair, where many quit, believing they're simply not talented enough. At this point, Jenna gave him another lesson. You know why most founders fail? Not because they lack talent, but because they give up in the valley. You have to iterate through it. Every entrepreneur who made it big, Jobs, Musk, Bezos, went through this. That gave Lucas a new perspective. Instead of seeing gaps in his knowledge as reasons to quit, he saw them as checkpoints. He applied for an accelerator program, worked closely with developers, and rebuilt his platform with user feedback in mind. Stage 3. The Slope of Enlightenment. As Lucas gained experience, his skills finally caught up to his vision. He launched a refined version of his platform, one that actually solved problems. His confidence grew again, but this time it was earned. He secured his first paying clients, then his first round of funding. He was no longer overconfident, nor drowning in doubt. He had reached the slope of enlightenment. 3 years later, Lucas stood on stage at a tech conference, reflecting on his journey. He shared his lessons. 1. Early confidence isn't competence. Just because you think you're ready doesn't mean you are. Be humble. 2. Pre-mortems expose blind spots. Ask yourself how you could fail, and it will show you what to improve. 3. The Valley of Despair is a test. Those who push through it, learn, and iterate are the ones who succeed. His company wasn't a unicorn yet, but he was on a path to real, sustainable growth. And he knew that every time he faced a new learning curve, he would recognize the Dunning-Kruger Effect at play and navigate it like a true entrepreneur. Thanks for watching.